Mumbai, a city of dreams, pulses with life. Tourists roam its historic streets, business professionals rush to meetings, and locals enjoy an evening by the Arabian Sea. The majestic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, a symbol of elegance and hospitality, stands proudly by the waterfront, welcoming guests from around the world. But on this fateful night, its luxurious halls will transform into a battlefield. Its golden chandeliers will be shattered by gunfire, and its history will be forever marked by horror. Inside the Taj, Arjun, a dedicated waiter, dashes through the grand corridors, worried about being late for his shift. His boss, Chef Hemant Oberoi, watches over the kitchen with a commanding presence, ensuring his team upholds the hotel's high standards. The guest is God, he reminds them, words that will soon take on a deeper meaning. Meanwhile, David and Zara, a wealthy couple from the West, check into the hotel with their baby and nanny, Sally. Unaware of the lurking danger, they settle into their luxurious suite, planning a relaxing evening. Across the city, life moves as usual, unaware that death is approaching. Across the Arabian Sea, a fishing boat drifts toward Mumbai's shores. On board, a group of young men, handpicked and radicalized, clutch their weapons. Their leader, a cold and calculating figure known only as Brother Bull, issues his final orders. No mercy, no weakness. Kill them all. The men, barely out of their teens, nod in unison, their fate already sealed. Without warning, chaos erupts. The terrorists storm Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, Mumbai's busiest train station, and open fire on innocent civilians. The sound of gunfire drowns out the evening bustle as bodies drop to the ground. A wave of terror ripples through the city. As news spreads, panic grips Mumbai. Calls flood into police stations, hospitals prepare for mass casualties, and terrified civilians flee in every direction. But inside the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel, the attack is still unknown. Guests enjoy cocktails, waiters serve five-star meals, and the staff prepares for another routine evening. Until the terrorists walk through the front doors. Dressed like ordinary guests, they stroll through the grand lobby, taking in the opulence around them. Then, without warning, they unleash hell. Gunfire shatters the crystal chandeliers. Screams fill the air as guests scramble for cover. The lobby, once a place of elegance, becomes a killing ground. Staff members shield civilians as bullets rip through the walls. Blood pools across the marble floors. The Mumbai police, armed with only basic weapons, arrive outside but quickly realize the attack is far beyond their capability. The terrorists have automatic rifles, grenades, and a merciless agenda. The local officers call for reinforcements, but the special forces are hours away in New Delhi. For now, the Taj is on its OW and in the chaos. Arjun takes charge. He guides terrified guests, including Zara, David, and their baby, through hidden hallways toward a safer location. Chef Oberoi gathers his staff and offers them a choice: escape or stay to help. Most choose to stay, their loyalty to the hotel and its guests outweighing their fear. Meanwhile, the terrorists move floor by floor, executing anyone they find. Two receptionists are forced to call guests in their rooms, luring them downstairs. When they refuse, they are shot on the spot. The Chambers Lounge, once an exclusive retreat for VIP guests, is transformed into a makeshift hiding place. Arjun and Oberoi lead survivors inside, barricading the doors. A frightened woman, overwhelmed by fear, suspects Zara of being a terrorist after hearing her speak Arabic. Before tensions escalate, Vasily, a bold Russian businessman, steps in to shut down the paranoia. The same woman then questions Arjun's turban, fearing he might be dangerous. Calmly, he explains that his turban is a symbol of faith and courage, but if it makes her uncomfortable, he will remove it. Realizing her mistake, she apologizes. Then, a hotel stewardess arrives with more survivors, including Bree, a woman gravely wounded by gunfire. Arjun acts fast, using his turban to stop her bleeding. But with her condition worsening, he decides to take a risk, leading her outside through a hidden stairwell. As they step into the night, they encounter two surviving police officers. In the confusion, Bree panics and runs toward the exit, only to be shot dead by Imran, one of the terrorists. Arjun watches helplessly as she falls, her life stolen in an instant. Meanwhile, David and Sally attempt to reach the lounge, but instead run into Imran. In a desperate act, David shoves Sally and the baby into a utility closet before being captured. Sally, now trapped, has no way to call for help. In the hotel's CCTV room, Arjun and the police monitor the terrorist movements. The terrorists, unaware they are being watched, leave behind a trail of bodies. Guests, employees, and security personnel. One of them, Abdullah, finds an officer's badge and attempts to use it to trick the survivors into opening the lounge doors. Chef Oberoi almost falls for it, until Arjun calls with a warning. At that moment, Abdullah unleashes a hail of bullets on the doors, forcing everyone inside to retreat further. The Mumbai police launch an attack, engaging the terrorists in a firefight. Imran is wounded but manages to escape. Later, in a rare moment of vulnerability, he calls his father, weeping. He tells him he loves him, but his fate is already sealed. He is too deep, too lost, too controlled by Brother Bull's orders. Dawn breaks, revealing the true devastation. Smoke rises from the Taj, its once beautiful halls now charred and lifeless. The special forces finally arrive, capturing two terrorists who hijacked a police car. Inside, Brother Bull gives the final command: burn it all. The remaining gunmen set the hotel on fire. In their last act of violence, they prepare to execute the hostages. David fights back, but is shot in cold blood. Zara, now alone, whispers a prayer in Arabic. Imran hesitates. He cannot bring himself to murder another Muslim. In that moment, he lowers his gun and spares her life. The special forces breach the hotel. Bullets fly, explosions shake the walls, and the final terrorists are taken down. Arjun, exhausted and covered in dust, stumbles out of the ruins. Chef Oberoi is waiting. Arjun collapses into his arms, the weight of the night crashing down on him. Upstairs, Zara desperately searches for Sally and the baby. She finds them still locked in the closet. With all her strength, she breaks a window and screams for help. Soldiers hear her and rush to their rescue. The last terrorists are cornered and killed. 31 innocent lives were lost at the Taj, half of them brave employees who chose duty over escape. The mastermind behind the attack remains at large, but the Taj Mahal Palace Hotel stood strong. On December 21, 2008, it reopened its doors. Many of the employees who survived returned to work, carrying on the legacy of those who never left. Because in the face of terror, courage endures.